Hey everyone, it's in Further Future here and welcome to the attic. I'm just going to preemptively say this is going to be a bit of a more real video than most Christmas themed videos. So we're going to touch on some heavy topics here, and if that's not quite your thing, it's totally okay. It's just what it is. So let's not make things more complicated than it needs to be. Right now I'm not in the greatest of headspaces because one of my cats is, basically terminal. He has probably some sort of cancer, but it hasn't been something we could detect in any of the blood tests or cell tests, and the situation just isn't very great. And aside from that, the grandmother of my girlfriend is also in a very critical state right now. So we're a little bit in a rough patch, and I would like to say that's an exception for me around Christmas, but sadly it's kind of a trend that in a lot of cases my Christmas experience has been rather tainted, and that's why I just shortly wanted to address that, because even though it's one of those times of the year where everyone is pretty jolly and happy and all that sort of stuff, it's very easy to forget that there's also a lot of people going through a lot of hardship in these days. And it's extra painful to be walking around with happy Christmas songs playing everywhere when, well, you're just not in that mind space. And I'm definitely not the only person here. And I'm sure there's more people that can relate to this, that, yeah, it's a hard time to not be feeling great, because there's this sort of imposed happiness that the world is trying to enforce on you in these days. And it kind of makes sense, I guess. It's dark, it's cold, it's gloomy, so some happiness is something you probably want. But that's not always the things we have control over. And as such, I just wanted to extend, my heartfelt sorry for your circumstances. If you're suffering through things right now or having trouble, I'm not going to be able to solve your problems. All we can do really is just provide some distractions in these times, which is something I and Chris, are going to do, because we have added a new free module to the free bundle for the micro modules and the full bundle for the micro modules. And it's not much, although it's a very cool module. It's not going to solve any world problems, but it's still something from us to you to kind of bring some comfort maybe in these potentially harder times. And if you have a great time, well, that's awesome. And it's not like you don't deserve to have some fun as well. So the module we are adding to the bundles is the 2-op module, which is a 2-operator FM module with a carrier and a modulator. It has several waveforms you can choose between, which are going from a sine wave to some additive waveforms, which should work very well for FM synthesis. Now, due to our size constraints with the micro modules, you are going to have to bring your own envelopes, but of course those are also in the free micro modules bundle, so you can just grab those, hook them up, and have a lot of FM fun. Make some cool little winter bells or gnarly basses with FM synthesis. It's just a little something from us to the community to give a little bit back in these days. And if there's any questions about these modules, just drop them down below. If there's anything you want to share, any problems you are having, it doesn't matter if it's audio related or not. Let's just talk. And for now, bit of a downer video, I know, but it is what it is. We just have to move on in the end, and whatever life brings you, hardships or not, eventually you will overcome them and be a stronger person for it. So hang in there, and I will see you in the next one.